Everyman Driver Nation, what's going on? Welcome back for another car review. I'm Dave Erickson alongside this guy, Dave Erickson. Today we are taking a closer look at this 2019 Hyundai Veloster Turbo Ultimate. It is a good looking car. Sunset orange, Dave, that's the exterior paint color. Now this looks like a two-door on the outside, but actually it's a 2+1 plus a hatchback, so 3 doors plus the hatchback. We'll be giving you some backseat legroom and headroom demos, pop the hood, talk about the engine and performance, and so much more. So without further ado, let's get started. There are 2 engines available on this Veloster. You've got a base 2-liter 4-cylinder, mated to either a 6-speed manual or a 6-speed automatic transmission, pumping out 147 horses and 132 pound-feet of torque. Or you can opt for what we have here, which is the 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, 201 horses, 195 pound-feet of torque, mated to either a 6-speed manual or 7-speed dual-clutch automatic transmission, which we have that dual-clutch. Fuel economy 28 city, 34 highway. Sounds good to me. Watch your hands, Dave. I want to close this hood once I can get this stick out. Watch your hands. Got some pretty cool design elements with the LED headlights with 7 individual lights around each light. Also a vent here for aerodynamics, keeping the air flowing through the car. Pretty sharp. LED tail lights as well, and dual exhaust. And we're rolling on not 1, not 2, not 3, but count them 4 18-inch wheels, obviously. Now from this angle, the Veloster, it looks like a possible 4-door. We know it's a 3-door, and here's our 3rd door with a handle up high. What I like about this sporty car is the fact that it can be utilized as a family vehicle for a growing family. So let's say you have your infant car seat like I do, open it up, you can definitely easily slide it back here, and you've got the latch system down below, or you can use a lap belt, put it in there, the front passenger seat slides forward. Once you have little one all strapped in, you're good to go. Don't have to worry about kind of squeezing through a 2-door vehicle. So I like that option for utilizing that 3rd door, the +1. Now, while it's not ideal to enter the back seats through the driver's side, I would go that route. If you didn't have a car seat, it'd be a lot easier to get in, but I want to show you what it looks like for me to sit behind myself in the real world legroom. So as I come inside, I'm gonna slide the driver's seat forward a little bit. Bring it back. Now here's the challenge. I've already slid it forward, so what does it look like with me behind myself? Let's say it was approximately in this position, which is about right. Surprisingly, it's not that bad. You know, you got your car seat over here, or another adult, which is good. You got a pair of cup holders down below here. Definitely not a 5-seater, only a 4-seater at best. But sitting behind myself, not too shabby. And you know, the roof line does slope down. So if you are 6 feet or higher, 6'1" or higher, you know, it's going to be pretty tight. I'm 5'11", and I'm right here at the top of the roof line. Other than that, just sit back, relax, enjoy the ride. So there are 2 ways to open the liftgate or hatchback of the Veloster. One is here on the key fob. Can you guess which button it is? Good job. The second one is a little clever, kind of hidden, but by its design allows for a cleaner back end look. Sounds kind of funny. It is right here below the windshield wiper. Little button underneath here, press it, opens up. Very deep, somewhat wide, looking at 19.9 cubic feet of volume. How about that? Kind of surprising how much room you have when you put a human being in the back, but something more practical, which for me is practical, taking your Everyman Driver golf clubs and sliding them back here. Easily set 2 of them side by side and then stack them, so you got 4 if you want to go out and do some golfing. Got a little sunshade here, or a little protective shade, and you can fold these seats down. There's little latches behind the headrest, so fold those down, create some more space. It's a 60-40 split. So that is your cargo volume in the back of the Veloster. So 4. All right, push button start. We'll put it in drive. We'll talk about the ride and handling today, the different drive modes, technology, safety features. Let's roll. Yeehaw! Jester's dead for sure, because he went below the flight deck. I know it's an old joke, but it's tried and true. I'm telling you, it says 89 degrees outside, but it feels a lot hotter than that. Anyhow, so some of the cool things about this car is the drive modes. There are 3 drive modes: normal, sport, and smart. Now, I've been driving in normal most of the time. I have put it in sport a couple of times, and it really does tighten up the suspension and the steering. Almost a little too sporty for just driving around town, so I've just been putting it in normal, just to an easier driving experience. So those are the 3 different drive modes in ours here. It also has torque vectoring control, and with this 7-speed dual clutch automatic transmission, we do have the option to play around with the paddle shifters, which I hardly do, but let's say we're going right now. Tap it, 3rd, 4th, 5th. Okay, I go to 7, but I'll drop back down to 3rd, pop it over back into drive. Now we're good to go. We do have a beautiful heads-up display which shows the speed limit, our current speed, and the lane lines, because we have lane keeping assist with this vehicle, along with forward collision avoidance with pedestrian detection. There's also blind spot collision warning, electronic stability control with traction control, so some really good safety features here. And once you get to a certain speed and you cross those lines on the right or left, it'll make an audible sound. Let's see if I can do it right now. As you see here, we have an 8-inch navigation color touchscreen infotainment system, and we have Apple CarPlay and Android Auto capabilities. I have my USB cord plugged in, and so I'm able to utilize what's on my phone for my iPhone. We also have Bluetooth, so on your steering wheel, you can use Bluetooth technology on the left-hand side of the steering wheel. There's also smart cruise control on the right-hand side, adaptive cruise control, so a lot of great features that you can see on the steering wheel itself, in addition to the navigation screen. And there's also a wireless charging pad. We're coming up on one of my favorite roundabouts. I'm gonna put it into the sport mode, tighten up the suspension, steering, and fire through this bad boy and utilize this turbo. Here we go, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, look at that. Yeehaw! That's kind of cool. I love how this vehicle accelerates with 195 pound-feet of torque. 200 horsepower doesn't hurt either. And then just hugging those corners as I go around it. I'll go back up and do it one more time. Something else, when you do put it into sport mode, the heads-up display shows the RPMs as well as the speed. So it already shows me at 1500 RPMs up to 2000, so it's ready to go. So I'm gonna accelerate through this thing here and go left once I get some cars clearing my way. So stand by as we wait our turn. I got 2 more and then we'll speed through it. Here we go. I want to go faster. Yeehaw! Whoa! Yeah. Traction control kind of just kicked in. Boom! Man, nice roar to it. I hope you can hear that through the microphone. It really has some major exhaust. Dual exhaust back there, as you saw earlier, so that's making some extra sound, letting the neighbors know a Veloster's in town. Sounds like a Velociraptor's in town. That'd be kind of a weird and a cool mascot, right? The Hyundai Veloster Raptor. So the MSRP range on this 2019 Hyundai Veloster is between $18,500 and $28,000. Our Turbo Ultimate, right around $28,000. But of course, we'll have much more information on everymandriver.com. There is certainly a lot to like about this car. I'm really happy with that 3rd door because I've been able to utilize the space for the infant car seat, and cargo room is really good too. And it's definitely worth a look and absolutely a test drive. Until next time, I'm Dave Erickson alongside Dave Erickson. We'll see you next time. Adios.